Yo, 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 yo. Emergency podcast, emergency meeting, Tuesday, NBA trades, Royal Rumble. We missed the show last week. Emergency show. This is an emergency show. Get in here for the emergency show. Nelly's in the emergency show. Gator is in the emergency show. We're talking NBA trade deadline, NBA, anything you can imagine. We're talking about NBA show. Emergency show. Aiden Lopez, it's an emergency. We're waiting for Salvas, the co-host, to get in here. And yes, not at my luxury penthouse today. I'm in my old humble abode. Thank you, Nelly, for the likes. It's kind of weird. It's like the shoes flipped here. Hopefully we get the guys filtering in over here that usually are on your stream. Waiting for Salvas. I need him to get in here, bro, because I'm starving. Baby Rax invites me to co-host. What the hell is this?
Yo.
Yo.
You trying to battle?
No. Got a sports show, emergency show. How do I get out of here?
You just a dumbass. So why you joining?
Fuck. Holy shit. What the fuck did I just get into? Hold on. How do you get out of these things? Alright, I guess this is the co-host. What's up, bro?
What's up?
What's your name, bro?
Kayvon.
Yo, Kayvon, what do you watch basketball by any chance? You're live on a sports show right now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Shit. I can tell you what my team is. Milwaukee Bucks and Green Bay Packers.
I don't know, man. I might have to give you the boot after hearing that one.
Oh, man.
So what do you think about the Anthony Davis trade? Before my co-host gets in here, what do you think of the Anthony Davis trade?
Do Anthony Davis play for the Mavericks, right?
Yeah, he just got traded. He's on the Wizards now.
Oh, that's a bad choice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he had a choice. I think it's more of a get the hell out of Dallas.
Yeah. Well, he never left the Lakers, though.
I agree. He shouldn't have, but I mean, then again, I don't think that was his choice either.
Yeah.
But yeah, my host is in here, bro. So I don't know. Oh shit! I don't know how to leave these things.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait, how do I leave these things?
I don't know. I think I got to end my line. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I appreciate it, bro.
All right.
Black History Month. Oh, come on. I thought I had Salvas. You in here now? We got that out. No, it's literally like when you're fucking like on Toy Story when they're flipping the channels. Wait, no, go back. That guy was chill though, I guess. Yeah, Salvas, your job's on the line. I think his name was Trayvon. Trayvon's coming for the co-host, Salvas.
Trayvon Austin?
Yeah. I was really flipping the channels trying to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties.
Oh no, technical difficulties is going to be the name of this show, even though that's been the name of the last episode. Salvas, Brooklyn, how was it?
It was great.
What? Tell us about it. You saw LeBron. You saw Bronny get the Calvary minutes. What happened? Just let's a little debrief here for a second.
Yeah, so, I mean, I was at the game last night. You know, obviously I was skeptical if LeBron was actually going to play because, you know, they were playing a shit team and, it was a shit team and they had just played the Knicks on Sunday, but, I mean, they did have the day off on Monday. So, I mean, I really wasn't worried. And, not only did LeBron play, I got a vintage performance out of LeBron.
Signed jockstrap?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. And you're not shot, so you left Brooklyn unscathed. You're not shot, Salvas. You're not one of those yellow body tape outlines outside of a quick trip. You're fine. You're not shot. That's the most important thing. You saw LeBron do his thing. So, did you do anything else, or was it just Brooklyn Nets business and then go home the next day?
Yeah, we went and saw like the Empire State Building. We went out and saw the Statue of Liberty. We
don't read that, Salvas.
Yeah, we
That.
so we went and saw the Statue of Liberty, and we saw like the Empire State Building, the 9/11 memorial and stuff. So that was good.
Well, that sounds like that sounds like something new. Like you don't strike me as the traveler.
No, I like to travel. It depends, but it was fun.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun trip. It's better than what I'm doing over here, just yelling at a phone the whole
Yeah.
time. But yeah, that sounds like a great trip,
Or
man.
if you're Christian Chrissy yelling at you through a phone.
Oh, well, we took care of Christian Chrissy. Let's just say that. Let's just say Christian Chrissy might be swimming with the fishies. All right? I
Yeah.
made a couple calls. But speaking of calls, man, we had to do an emergency podcast today because we got so much to talk about. No dull moments here today.
For
we
sure.
had the Royal Rumble, or as a bunch of famous
The
wrestling
Royal
podcasters.
Fumble.
Bro, this guy's reading my fucking mind. You have the script? Give me the fucking script. The Royal Fumble, because what the hell was that? We will talk about that later. The NBA trades, bro. A bunch of trades that would have been big in 2016 happened today.
Correct.
We'll talk about those. And our theory, Salvas, about Washington. Something was Did we not call it when Trae Young got traded down there? We're like,
we said something had to be going on in DC.
We're not talking about ice either. We're talking about something fishy going on down there. And 2-3 weeks later, Anthony Davis landed in DC.
Yeah. So I mean, if Anthony Davis actually decides he feels like playing basketball, and Trae Young plays, I mean, they're probably not even going to be able to make the play-in now. I think it's too far gone. But like, they could at least salvage something and have like a decent end of the season if those guys can stay healthy. I mean, you got to think that him paired with Sar, like, AD can go back to being a power forward.
Wait, how far out is Washington? Can someone in the chat, can we get somebody in the chat to help us out here? Throw us a freaking bone?
Yeah, can you tell us how many games out of the playoffs or play-in Washington is right now?
Because, I mean, if they get in the play-in, maybe they could the first round is their cap, in my opinion, even if they do sneak in somehow to the play-in. They're not winning a series.
Oh, for sure. They might take a game.
Yeah, and it will be like a game where it's like 3-0, and then they just get a pity win out of nowhere. But I like the move for Davis. It's a good opportunity for him to go over there and get his stats back up, and I doubt he wants to stay there. Maybe he can rebuild his equity as a player and go somewhere else to get one last shot at getting another ring. So
Yeah.
I think this is a win for him. Washington,
Which
guess.
is, speaking of people getting one last shot at a ring, LeBron last night looked as good as he's looked all season. I mean, he was dunking the ball. I mean, it looked like prime Braun last night. Like, it looked like Braun from 10 years ago.
Yeah, he's dunking the ball, and meanwhile, James Harden's still dunking donuts, but he's dunking them in Cleveland now.
Yeah, him
Look
and
at
D.
that
Mitch.
I'm curious to see how that could be a pretty good duo. Do I think they'll win the East? No. But do I think that the Cavs have a better chance than with Garland? I would say so.
Yeah, but I don't know if I like that trade.
I mean, I don't know. I feel
The
like
fact
if you're
that,
thinking future,
Harden's just like a chronic bitcher. And he doesn't, the last few spots he's been, he's just complained about, being there and stuff like that. And, maybe him and D. Mitch aren't going to be a good fit. So we'll see how long it lasts. And I mean, I don't like giving up a young star in Garland or a young up and coming talent for a guy who's past his prime.
I mean, Harden put a quote out that him and the Clippers left on good terms. That he said that the Clippers wanted to rebuild and that he understood that, and he said they at least let him help pick his destination. So you gotta like that. I mean, Cleveland, he'll get his stat. He was getting his stats all year, so that's good. I think that this could be a good fit, and maybe he'll have more urgency in the playoffs now that there's not going to be 2 to 3 more seasons of him going to the playoffs, if you get what I'm saying. He's getting
That's
up
true.
there. So maybe something will click up here, hopefully, for the Cavs fans, for Brendan Webb. If you're watching, hopefully some urgency hits. But
Yeah.
I'm just excited to watch, man. This was a good shakeup, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like I said, I like it. I don't know if I personally would have moved Garland, but I mean, when you have a chance to get Harden, I guess that's a chance you have to take.
And the Cavs, honestly, they'll get 1 or 2 decent years out of Harden if they're lucky. But they'll be fine. They overall have a decent team to where they'll still make the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
And who knows? Maybe if they do good this year, they'll attract another star next year. Like if they go to a conference finals.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? But yeah, these trades and the one trade that just made zero sense: Chris Paul to the fucking Raptors.
Yeah, and who knows if he's even going to play? The Raptors said they're not even going to, guarantee that he plays or that he has to play with them. They said they could still seek other options for him.
And if they do, Chris Paul, go to Phoenix, go to LA, go to somewhere where you could still have a little value and have a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and speaking of like I said, last shots at the ring, Austin Reeves came back last night, got activated minutes before the game. I saw the notification pop up from Shams on my phone that Austin Reeves was playing. I saw him warming up, and I'm like, if that ain't Austin Reeves, I don't know who it is. And so I think now that Austin Reeves is healthy, the Lakers got all three of their guys back, so they're gonna move up the standings again. Get back to like fourth or whatever, I think, and they'll be fine.
Yeah, it's still a little early too. The trade deadline hasn't happened like officially yet. I know they're trying to trade Ja Morant still, so we'll see that. Hopefully he does it. Hopefully he goes to Utah so he can put the gun away. I mean, the last thing we need
Did
is
you
this
see
guy.
that the Utah lawmaker today was trying to legalize concealed carries in the Utah stadium?
Yeah, I mean, this guy is just no matter where this guy goes, he's gonna be strapped
Yeah, no, but that's a true thing.
in the stadium. Concealed carries.
Yes, because the NBA has a no firearm policy in any of their stadiums.
That's bro.
And a
Utah's
Utah
one of the most
lawmaker was
dangerous
trying
places.
to she was appealing like the ruling, saying like, oh well, these people go through all these permits to have a concealed carry. Why are we taking their Second Amendment rights away by saying they can't have them inside a stadium?
Yeah, but why would you need your Second Amendment rights in a fucking Jazz stadium?
Exactly, and there's also fucking security at like every fucking door
I mean, Ja
in an
Morant's
NBA
fine,
stadium.
but like they only play the Grizzlies at home like twice a year.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. That's stupid, bro. I feel like people just like to throw that Second Amendment thing around.
yeah, I do too.
Which I agree with. You should be able to carry, but it's like certain places is like
It's like an
like
NBA stadium or like a sports stadium. No.
because guess what? You might be good with a concealed weapon, but what about that jackass who somehow slipped through the cracks and got a permit, gets super drunk, and starts pointing it at people?
Yeah, and then it accidentally goes off.
Yeah, and that jackass might be number 12 on the Grizzlies. So I don't know. I think that that's a pretty stupid law. There's probably other things. Unless
I do
Utah's
too. I doubt it's going to go through.
is Utah that good of a state that they're just fucking trying shit now? Like just trying to like
No,
make
I
random
doubt
ass
it's going to
law?
go through.
No, there's no way.
And it
Adam
wasn't even
Silver
like their
told me
senator or their governor. So it's not
Yeah.
like it was like a high powered like official in their state.
Probably just said that to get a couple extra votes.
Probably.
Yeah, because that's such a stupid law. But I mean, they're not going to need it with Lonzo
He
Ball.
says
right?
it loses the election.
Yeah, I mean, with Lonzo Ball at point guard, that could be even more of a disaster.
And that's another thing I wanted to get into. I don't even think Lonzo's going to play a game on the Jazz. I think he's going to get bought out and go somewhere else.
And if he doesn't, guess who called it 2 weeks ago when we talked about LaMelo?
Because that's who you did. Because that's who we thought about, or that's what I thought about anyways. Because I'm like, Lonzo's either going to just fucking retire, call it quits, or he's going to get bought out. I'm like, there's no way he plays for the Jazz. Like, I honestly thought today, I'm like, Colton LeDuc and I were talking about this actually, Isaac, and we were saying I wouldn't mind Lonzo coming back to the Lakers. He'd be a good backup point guard for Luka. He's a guy that can come in and bring some relief off the bench. We know he can dribble. He can he's a really good passer and he can rebound. He's not going to score a ton, so we were saying we could dump Gabe Vincent's contract and kind of use that money to try and go after Lonzo. But the other side of that coin is Lonzo has, since he's came back, really struggled to score, and Gabe Vincent can at least put the ball in the basket a little bit.
Yeah, but I would say Gabe Vincent can some nights, but I would take Alonzo over him.
Yeah, I think I would too, just for his passing and stuff.
But yeah, I don't know. The league is shaking up. A bunch of weird trades, but
Yeah,
hopefully
Tyus Jones just got traded to the Magic, I think, right as I was getting on.
Jared McCain on the Thunder now, that could be good next in a few years potentially if he stays with that young team.
Yeah, he was good until he tore his Achilles or whatever the hell happened to him, his ACL. Yeah, his ACL. He was actually playing pretty good his rookie season before he tore his ACL. Uh, um, and I will say, and this is another one I wanted to talk about. So the Celtics already moving on from Anthony Simons, traded him for Nikola Vucevic to the Bulls. I actually like that. I actually like that trade because I think Vucevic helps the Celtics more than Anthony Simons does. For the simple fact that we saw it with Porzingis, they needed a big that can shoot the ball a little bit, and he's going to rebound and block some shots. That's what the Celtics need. Now, Vucevic, he's a solid facilitator out of the post. Not like he's not going to wow you like Jokic or anything, but he can make a play out of the post. And Vooch is older, but I mean, he's still salvageable and he can still make plays. Is he as good as he was in Orlando where he was an all-star candidate every year? No. Or when he first got to Chicago? No. But he's still a good enough big to where you can get some years out of him.
A good role player goes a long way. A good starter. Like Porzingis was that for Boston when they won the thing. And honestly, I like that move because it's like veteran leadership as well. You can't go wrong with that. Look how long they had Horford on the fucking team.
True.
So veteran leadership goes a long way. I'm all for that. All for that trade. Simons, in my opinion, was such a weird trade for them, or a weird signing, anyways.
Yeah, I think they kind of signed him as they were hoping he was going to be the Drew Holiday replacement.
But he's just
But he just didn't score at the rate that they needed him to score, and his defense isn't half as good as Drew Holiday's. So
he'll light it up on the Bulls. Just get his empty numbers.
They traded Kobe White to the Hornets, so it's like.
Yeah, that's a bunch of weird. I think people are just doing shit. This is one of the most active trade deadlines.
They're just doing shit to do shit. Like I've had numerous Shams notifications today.
Just for random shit.
Yeah, it is. Just random trades. Who did I see? It was somebody today that got traded, and one of the trades was for a first round pick and a second round pick, and it was somebody that wasn't that great. I can't remember who it was, but it's that's another thing I noticed. Teams are just throwing first round picks away.
Unless they think this draft is so weak.
I think it was in the Jared McCain trade. Actually, I think the Thunder threw
the Clippers one away.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, to the Sixers, or something. And there might have been another one too. But I'm Jared McCain is not is he really worth a first round pick?
Maybe they saw his potential when he was healthy and were we are good at developing players. We can get him back to being at this level.
That's true. And I mean, if he could play to that level, then it's fine. But I'm just saying,
another steal.
But it's mind you, there's been some trash players the last couple of years. There was one player, I think they got traded for 4 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had mentioned that in a previous broadcast. And mind you, Luka didn't get traded for a single one.
Just a bunch of weird stuff happening. But yeah, we'll keep an eye. We'll keep an eye on the NBA and the trades. But we have bigger fish to fry, and that is with the WWE.
Royal Fumble.
Triple nose. What are you doing? Pass the pen, brother. This was one of the worst Royal Rumble pay-per-views I have ever seen.
As far as regular matches and the Rumble.
Yeah, the only good match I thought was Styles Gunther. That was the only match that I was glued to the TV and I couldn't miss. The other matches, Sammy Drew, that's weird. It's bad when Sammy's a hometown guy from Saudi.
And Drew won.
Yeah, well, Drew won, but the crowd was not behind Sammy at all. They just didn't care.
Yeah, because nobody wants to see that freaking Daniel Bryan wannabe curtain jerker do this shit.
Yeah, not everyone's a world champ material, bro. Not everyone can hold the strap. Triple H needs to realize.
Swagger.
Yes. Yeah, and not everyone
Wade
should
Barrett.
hold it. Yeah, well, Wade Barrett never won a world champ.
Yeah, good, but I thought he was gonna at one point.
Yeah, well,
the way they were pushing him.
Well, Jey Uso.
Yeah, Jey Uso.
But the Royal Rumble, that's the thing I want to talk about. The 2 matches. First, the women's match, awful. Women do not need to have a Royal Rumble. Women do not need to have a War Games. Women do not need to have an Elimination Chamber. I'm all for featuring women on shows. And some women
And I'm
can
all
have
for them having their pay-per-views. Like, they deserve it. There's some really talented, women's wrestlers. Like Alexa Bliss is really good. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Charlotte,
Tiffany
Liv
Stratton.
Morgan,
Like, we could go on.
Liv Morgan, Tiffany Stratton, Becky Lynch, of course. Can't forget her, one of the GOATs.
Yeah, one of the all-time greats. But not everybody deserves a spot. Like, it shouldn't be just because they're women they get a Rumble. When the match quality and the men's match was awful, but the women's Rumble was so bad that literally it was insufferable to watch. Like, if the match quality on these special events is going to be that bad, not only do the fans a service, do the women a service, and just not have that match. Put a women's title match on the show. You know what I'm saying? Do Rhea Ripley versus somebody.
Or have the Rumble be for the women's title. Make it interesting, at least.
At least that will make people be like, okay, this could be it. Even if the match is shit, they're going to still be like,
well,
okay,
this we could have a new title holder.
Yeah, like, just stop setting them up for failure. Like, and we're going to have to sit through, like,
and
that.
I don't think it's the women's fault. It's just bad booking.
It's bad booking, and it's like the women, when they do matches like that, you can tell how choreographed it is compared to the men.
Yeah.
And like, and we get it. Rumble's a bunch of moving parts. It's one of the most choreographed matches, but like, it shouldn't look like that.
No,
like
here's one of my biggest things, and I didn't really get to watch a lot of the Rumble because it wasn't on TV on ESPN, and I wasn't about to pay for that shit, especially with how bad it was. But I saw clips of it, and I know enough of what happened to understand, and to get a consensus of it. Why put Gunther in the Rumble after he just wrestled a match and won, and is a title favorite? Why? He's gonna get a title shot anyways. He just beat AJ Styles, and like, I'm fine having him be in the Rumble, but why have him finish second? It doesn't make sense. And then you LA Knight again.
That was ridiculous. When that Saudi crowd was silent as crickets. Like, the only time I saw them cheer was one for Brie Bella, which was, I mean, I guess weird. But LA Knight had the biggest pop of the night running out there. Like, it was literally like, it woke the crowd up.
And you felt like maybe LA Knight had a chance to win this thing.
And I thought with him coming out, taking out the Vision, and even he threw Brock Lesnar out too.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe this guy does have a chance. But bro, speaking of Brock Lesnar, that was one of the worst eliminations I have ever seen. Jey Uso's entrance took that long that Brock Lesnar got eliminated during his entrance, which is just so stupid because it's like, you got a character like Lesnar, you'd expect a big elimination. Like,
you're waiting for fucking Jey Uso to get his happy ass down to the ring, and LA Knight's just like, see ya.
Like these Saudi Arabian seals in the crowd yeeting. They don't even turn around to watch Brock Lesnar get thrown out.
They don't even turn around to watch a friggin' first ballot Hall of Famer get thrown out of the ring.
And that did nothing for anyone. Usually when they throw somebody out like that, then it's like, okay, this is the Mania match, Lesnar versus this guy. But no, it was just stupid. This guy got thrown out, and then I thought this dude would like go up the stage and beat the shit out of Jey Uso or something.
Yeah.
But he just waddles moseys onto the back like nothing fucking happened. Like, what are we doing, Triple H? Whoever booked that needs to be fired.
Yeah, for sure. And I will say this too, like at least if he had ran up the ramp and like just beat the shit out of Jay and then somebody else came out, that would have been interesting.
That would have been cool. That would have been like, okay, here we go.
I will say too, like, surprise, Chris Jericho didn't return.
I mean,
I knew it had been floated a lot, but at the same time, I really don't blame Chris Jericho either, to be fair.
No. Who would want to fly to Saudi, especially if he wasn't going to win?
Like, he's making a shitload of money in AEW, so I don't really blame him.
Well, he didn't re-sign with anyone yet. I think he just held off.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying he was making a shitload of money with AEW, so it's like,
Yeah, he doesn't really need to work.
Where it's like, if he wanted to come back and do a match here and there in the WWE, I could see him coming back for just one more run, kind of like an Edge or a Christian and, all the old heads.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, but like literally like Jericho, like what business
Fat
did he
Jericho.
have going to Saudi? Yeah, I would take a Fat Jericho versus LA Knight at WrestleMania.
Yeah, fuck, it'd be something different.
It'd be something different. It'd be something interesting. Like, but you got to think, bro. Like, some of these jobbers showed up to the Rumble, flew like 12 hours to Saudi Arabia, where it smells like camel shit and oil, and they just get thrown out in 2 seconds, and then they have to go on a jet 12 hours
Back to the
back to
United
the
States.
States. Like, dude, my back is just fucking hurting thinking of that. Like, that is just awful.
Yeah, and it's like I know these guys all make a lot of money, but it's like if they had pitched the idea to me, like, say I'm a jobber, and they're like, yeah, you're going to go in the ring, get in there for 2 minutes, and we're throwing your ass out. I'd be like, fuck you, I'm not going to Saudi. I'd be like, it's 12 hours away. I'm like, you got me going 12 hours for a minute of being in the ring. I'm like, now, if I'm fighting in an actual match, fine. But
Yeah, like if you're getting ring time, like one of the actual matches, or like if you're lasting like 20 minutes in the Rumble,
then fine.
then yeah, that's worth the trip. But like, bro, I'm sorry, Zack Ryder, bro, you should have just stayed on the Indies, you fucking jobber. You're such a scrub, bro.
He is.
He lasted like 20 seconds. I don't care if Obafemi threw him out. He lasted like 20 seconds, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's like why did Zack Ryder even come back?
Just to be a jobber that gets paid more, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, cool. Your return was cool. The crowd popped just because we hadn't seen you in who the fuck knows how long. But
now what?
I don't care. You've never been good. You're never gonna be a big superstar.
Even Rachel says facts. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Bro, but the thing with
Yeah,
Zack
see,
Ryder,
Rachel knows.
like, some people are just meant to be on the indies. Like, some people are just meant to be in these lower level promotions, like going town to town, making good money doing that, like signings.
Sami
Like
Zayn.
Sami Zayn would be great, or Sami Zayn would be good in AEW.
He would.
But-
He'd be great on the indie scene.
Yeah, but it's like you got to think like Zack Ryder, like he's always engraved in our heads as Zack Ryder.
Yes.
Like as fans, as kids, and that dude was a fucking.
He's always
show.
woo woo woo. You
Like,
know it.
The amount of shit that his character had to like do that was just such like a joke. It's gonna be so hard to take him
Like,
serious ever.
This guy was the what TV champ.
Yeah, and this guy got kicked in the balls by his girlfriend at WrestleMania.
So
Kane pushed him off the stage in a wheelchair.
So the TV champ, for people that don't know, the WWE Television Championship back in the late '90s and early 2000s was actually half important. Some fairly decent superstars held the belt back in the day. Like I think Booker T or somebody like that was a television title at one time.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it was ever like a huge title, but I'm saying it had more meaning back then when actual like good superstars had that belt at one time. But then Zack Ryder, you put his fucking logo on it and shit, and it just became like the Zack Ryder title. Basically, it's not like it was a fucking Cena spinner belt here.
No. Rachel said, guess who I played basketball with the other day?
Is it Linden affiliated?
The Kai Burridge.
Rachel, is it Linden affiliated? Or are they Linden affiliated?
No, but yeah, I don't know. Like there was definitely some good in the Rumble. Like Obafemi threw out like 7 people. I feel like that was a good debut for him. I think Roman Reigns, whether you like it or not, I feel like that was also a good choice. If it wasn't the LA Knight, because at least we know this guy's actually a star. It's no Sami Zayn winning the fucking thing.
True.
And did you see that promo with CM Punk on Raw the night after? That sold me for their match. They were throwing jabs at each other.
I mean, you always can count on Punk for being good at that.
She said yes, Lyndon. Salvas. I think maybe
I don't know what avenue to go here. I don't know if she's talking to she played ball with a guy or a girl. I don't know what avenue to go.
Testicles. Or he.
Or
Or they. Or it. Or a dog. Or maybe it's a cat.
Meow.
Girls. I don't know. Chloe?
Yeah, Chloe would have been. I had floated that,
I think
potentially.
Chloe still plays. It's a girl. Sage, maybe?
Sage could have been Sage. Well,
Chloe, yes. See?
yeah, but you see,
Yeah.
yeah, Chloe. Boom. See, we
Or,
know
bro,
ball.
what?
I was just talking to Chloe today.
Probably Cal, she's there. And then the last one you're just going to have to say. No, but what were you saying?
Yeah. Well, one I was saying I was just talking to Chloe today, but yeah, like with Roman Reigns, like I guess I understand, but it's like, can we get some voter fatigue at some point here, please?
If you're so damn tired, get the fuck out the booth.
Can we have another superstar win this match, please. Like Roman is fine because Sal and Shay, crazy pull. Shout out Sal and Shay if you're watching, and Chloe. I will say, like I'm fine with Roman winning because he was a star, and like you said, the promo like actually gives you a little bit of hope because
be a good build.
you know the Punk and Roman match could actually be good.
I think it's going to be a great match. In all honesty, I honestly think Punk and Roman's going to be a good main event. But like the thing is with Roman is like he showed up on Raw. We don't know the next time he'll be there. It could be a month from now.
Exactly.
So like the shit could like cool down.
Exactly.
And that would take the sales out of the whole program. But I'm praying that he shows up at least not next week, but the week at like every other week.
Yeah.
Then you could get something good going.
Exactly, because then he's there recent enough to keep it going. Then it gives Punk time on the weeks he's not there to still take jabs at him and shit and kind of lead up for the match.
Like send recorded segments of him talking from his house and
like what Shawn Michaels did.
Like I feel like they went away from that, and I just don't get it. You know how much time and money it saves you, like flying out people, like just record a 3-minute promo,
or send a camera guy there to record it and send the video in.
Yeah,
it's not that hard.
But anyways, that the Royal Rumble, the Royal Fumble, LA Knight, dude. If he doesn't win Money in the Bank this year, then I'm officially I lose all hope that this guy's
we're raging.
We're raging. We're rioting. We're rioting in New Orleans. We're going to Mardi Gras. We're taking our briefcase. And if he doesn't win King of the Ring or Money in the Bank, WWE for some reason will never put the belt on him.
Like Triple H to me with LA Knight, it's just like LA Knight's the biggest like what if.
And that's sad because you could have put the belt on him the last 2 years. No one would have blinked an eye.
Exactly. We would have been okay with it. I wanted it. We wanted it to happen.
If it was Knight that won last year instead of Jey Uso, bro, everyone would be happy. He probably would still have the belt.
Yeah. Exactly. Or at least it would have changed once or twice by then, or by now. And it's like
Braun Breaker getting eliminated first.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah, that was shitty though. Another masked man, like, bro, what?
Like, who is this masked man? Who do you think that is? That's my question for you.
I don't think it was the Seth there. I think it's going to be revealed as Seth Rollins, but I think they just put some jobber in the back to do the spot there. Because it has to be Rollins for the Mania match. Injured. Yeah, it has to be Rollins Breaker at Mania, right? If it's not, then that'd be weird. Maybe people were saying Jake Paul. They zoomed in on the mask and it said it looked like Jake Paul. But like, why would Jake Paul want to fuck up Braun Breaker?
This could have just been a meme. I heard El Grande Americano as well.
Bro, why aren't we pushing that guy?
AKA Chad Gable.
Yeah, why don't we give Gable the belt? Did you see how jacked he looked?
Yeah.
Dude, like, he reminds me of like a smaller Kurt Angle.
The thing is Chad Gable's not a bad wrestler. He's really not.
He's a really good wrestler.
Like, as far as like technical wrestling goes, he's good.
Yeah, and he could talk now too.
Like you said, Chad Gable is literally just a shorter Kurt Angle. That's
like he has funny backstage segments. He's really good in the ring. I don't know why you don't give him the world title.
Or at least like a US title or something, or an IC title.
Bro. Like, just give him a test run.
Yeah, or give it to El Grande Americano.
Yeah, let him do some shit.
Yeah, right?
Dude, but what do you think Gunther's going to do? What do you think Gunther's going to do at Mania? That's like a big question.
Who gives a shit at this point?
Maybe he should just come out and dance or some stupid
I think
shit.
I think Gunther is just such a, like, for me, he's just such a cut and dry wrestler. Like, I get it. He's great. A lot of people like him. I just, like, Gunther does nothing impressive to me in the ring. Cool. Cool. You're going to put somebody in a fucking chokehold for 3 minutes and roll around on the ground. What's cool about that?
To me, this is how I think about him. When there's an interesting story tied to his matches, then to me, I think his matches are great. Like,
yes.
Like the Cena one, I was like, that's kind of thrown together last minute. But if you look at like his matches where like for the world title, for the world title or for the IC belt, like, or a good feud he was in, it's like then that style adds to the drama of the match because it's like,
exactly.
This guy's beating the shit out of him.
But like, he's had his fair share of matches like where they haven't led to anything, and it's just like,
Yeah.
well, this guy's just freaking putting this guy in a freaking sleeper hold, and they're just rolling around on the mat for 2 minutes while we wait for this guy to inevitably tap out.
When it's just a normal match, it's just boring. It's like, bro, like, why would we need to see this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought him and Styles put on a great match, but like, I also can see how people would be like, oh, I don't like his style. It's boring. Like, I can see that side of the coin too. So that's why I'm like, I'm not crazy. And then, bro, they want him to get heat, right? But he's starting to get go away heat, not like bad guy. I want to see you get your ass beat heat. Like, why put him out at 30, setting him up for failure? Like, people groaned. They didn't get mad. They groaned like, oh my god, this guy's
throw
coming.
fucking tomatoes at him. You know what I mean? Like that type of.
I would have threw a Saudi tomato.
Yeah, and yeah, I get that, and that's not what you want, especially from one of the bigger stars in your business. Definitely not what you want to see. But like I said, to me, it just didn't make sense. Gunther beat AJ that night. Why have him come out and be in the Rumble?
You could have.
He already had his match.
Bro, it just was dumb, bro. Like, he already had his match. You could have at least, like, you could have just added, like, Finn Balor, who, remember the week before? Yeah. GM spots are full, but these AAA fucks are running around in the Royal Rumble.
And then it's like, if the masked man is Jake Paul or whatever, have him come out.
Well, yeah, have the masked man at 30. Let's make it interesting. Have that guy win the Rumble.
Yeah, or at least have that guy, like, finish second.
Or my thing with Breaker is, I honestly thought he should have came back after getting eliminated, like, and destroyed the whole field. Like, put 3 jobbers in the ring after that. You know what I'm saying?
It's like,
I would have it like this.
It's like, cue the clip of when he speared Speed.
I would have had, like, R-Truth is number 1, right?
Yeah.
The dude attacks him. R-Truth eliminates Breaker. Everyone's, like, shocked. Like, oh, this jobber just fucking threw out Breaker. Hey, then I'd have, like, the luchadors come in. Like,
R-Truth is not a jobber. I won't take that.
He's not a jobber, but right now he's a low level. Like, he's not a main eventer. You know what I'm saying? So then I'd have, like, 4 luchadors, like, come in after whatever. Like, and then number 5 comes. Breaker is still around the ring, pissed, lays him out. Then he goes in the ring, just clears house, throws every single person over, and just dominates, and then leaves. Because at least it's like, damn, this dude's like a badass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like those guys wouldn't have actually been eliminated because Breaker was already eliminated. Well, so no,
they would have been eliminated because like that's why I'm saying like jobbers or something. So then they can get thrown out and it
people
wouldn't
that
matter.
aren't really relevant to.
Yeah, like Dragon Lee or some shit. Like guys that have no chance.
Yeah, Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah, which Brock Lesnar buried his ass, and rightfully so. Like I don't want to see a midget Gunther. He literally is a midget Gunther.
He is. He's baby Gunther. He's Gunther's henchman.
Lesnar threw his bitch ass out there. He laughed at him with those sorry ass chops and threw his bitch ass out the ring.
Yeah, fat Lesnar. Fat Lesnar.
Bro, no, the Rumble was so like I'm excited for Roman Punk, but you could have just had Roman win the Chamber.
Yeah,
and had someone else win because at least he doesn't have to show up for the Chamber. Just win the qualifying match and then win the Chamber.
And that's another thing. And that's another thing where could we see not even Money in the Bank? I mean, yes, I would like to see LA Knight win Money in the Bank, so he's guaranteed a title shot. But could he be in the Elimination Chamber? Could he win the Elimination Chamber?
I think a SmackDown guy is going to win it just because they already have the world title match. I could see a story where Knight picks up steam and then he wins it and he's supposed to fight Drew or something and he's like, nah, I'm fighting for the world title. And they make it a triple threat. I could see a world...
I could see a triple threat match for the world title.
Balor gets in the match, bro.
Yeah, so is there anybody confirmed in the Chamber yet?
No. I think Balor's fighting Punk for the title at the Chamber, but there haven't been any qualifying. I think next week they start.
Like for who the 6 are that are going to be in the Chamber?
Breaker's going to be in there. Probably Logan Paul. Who else? LA Knight's going to be in there. Like probably Dragon Lee. And like 2 other fucking guys that don't have a chance.
Lesnar, maybe.
Maybe Brock, and then 1 other jobber.
Oh, is Randy back?
Oh, they could do 3 Raw, 3 SmackDown. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, was Randy in the Rumble?
Yeah, he was final 3.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I forgot Randy came back too.
So
that's another thing that's like, Randy must really love the business because it's got to be such a waste of his time.
I would be out, bro. The last thing I want is Gunther to retire his ass, though.
No, I feel like if I'm Randy Orton, I'm not going to stand for that because he's always been the guy that kind of goes, kind of goes against the grain a little bit as far as that goes. Like, he's not afraid to push the envelope and push back against like Vince and stuff like that, if that makes sense.
No, well, when you have that much rapport with him and you've been loyal that long, bro, like you should be able to have a say in what you do. And like Orton's not like Cena's like I'll do whatever's told.
Yeah, but Orton's not like
literally-
that.
Orton will literally be like, nah, this shit is ass. I'm not doing it.
Orton's like, either let me win or I'm not fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Like, so, well, that's what I said. Like, Orton's not afraid to like push the envelope, go against the grain and things like that when he, you know, if a match doesn't go how he thinks it should.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. People are saying that it's going to be a fatal 4-way for the belt. They're saying Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, because they're having like a 3-way storyline with those three.
Oh, Cody could be in the chamber too?
I think Cody's going to win the chamber, unfortunately. But I think Orton should win the belt at Mania, night 1. I would have him turn heel. Punk, bro, speaking of turning heel, I know I'm saying
Punk?
Yeah, no. People are saying, so The Rock got offered the biggest contract ever offered by Saudi Arabia, because WrestleMania is in Saudi Arabia next year.
Yep.
He got offered the biggest contract of all time for any wrestler to wrestle.
Uh-huh.
What if Punk turns heel at WrestleMania and The Rock fucking comes back and screws Roman Reigns out, setting up their match? Because that's the match Saudi wants. Setting up Rock and Roman in Saudi, and that could be both of their last matches.
Yeah.
And Punk wins, and now we get an edgy, like we finally get a good CM Punk that's not this fucking bitch baby face.
He comes back with long hair and a beard.
And yeah, just he gets like gets a stable, like a new faction around him, like the
Yeah,
straight edge
a new
society.
Nexus.
See, like that'd be interesting. Imagine The Rock, bro. That'd be a great way to end it. The Rock screws him over. CM Punk sells out.
The Rock comes back.
But no, I don't know. I'm kind of excited. I think WrestleMania is going to be better this year than last year. But
Yeah.
that's not saying much because last year's.
But
was
at
pretty
least
good.
we had Cena at WrestleMania last year.
We're gonna miss Cena this year, and people said that match was. I didn't think that match was that bad last year.
Which
honestly.
one?
The Cody Cena at WrestleMania. They said
No,
that
it wasn't
one
that bad.
People are just they were expecting The Rock and all that shit. It's like I came in it like open minded, like I just want to see Cena wrestle.
Me too.
So like I enjoyed the match. I was like, this isn't a bad match. Like ending was weird, but like I still thought they did good stuff in the ring.
Yeah, exactly. Cody
Well,
Rhodes is another guy I wanted to talk about too for a quick second, Isaac. Like, I feel like he's kind of lost a little traction recently.
and I would tell you that you're 100% correct. He's boring, bro. He's the same. The thing with Cody, and I've said
Don't
this
get me
before,
wrong.
is
He's a good wrestler. He's talented,
no, in
obviously.
the ring, he's one of the best. One of the best in-ring storytellers in the business. You can't go wrong. He's athletic. He's a good technical worker too.
Hmm.
He knows what to do. But character-wise, he's not original. In my opinion, and this has been my knock on Cody ever since he came back to like AEW and WWE, he's like he doesn't have his own image. And by that I mean like his character is a mix of like a John Cena and he said it himself before, Dusty Rhodes, like the guys he looks up to and like his father, like he needs to be his own guy. And the only way I see that happening is like a monster heel run.
Yeah.
Kind of
And-
like how Roman turned heel and turned into his own character.
But also, like, with Cody, too, like, you know, people that have been watching wrestling for years, like us, some people don't, like, you know, some of the, you know, younger generation now and new people to wrestling, this is the only Cody Rhodes they've seen. We
Yeah.
saw him when he was Cody Rhodes originally, the first
Yeah.
time when he was in the business.
And when he was Stardust and all that shit.
Yeah, and so like we saw him as Cody the first time, which was I would say a more unique character for him. He hadn't really made a name for himself yet. Yeah, he won an IC title or two and was a pretty solid and you could see the talent there. Then he kind of got blackballed by Triple H and they told him to get the hell out. Came back as Stardust. That was a joke. Again, in that storyline following in someone's footsteps and Goldust, his brother,
Exactly.
his footsteps, whereas Goldust is a significantly better character than Stardust. And in my opinion, Goldust should be a Hall of Famer. I know it's a hot take. I don't care what anybody says.
No, I think he will be. I don't think it's a hot take.
Because you got to
he
think,
will and should
people
be.
that play great gimmicks deserve to be Hall of Famers. And
Santino.
people, yes, Santino should be. And people that don't understand, Goldust in the 90s was actually a good wrestler.
He won the IC belt a few times.
I think 2 or 3, and he won some tag team titles with Booker T.
Yeah, so he has a resume.
And I think he has a U.S. title too.
Yeah, oh, he does. He has a resume. And you got to think it's the Wrestling Hall of Fame now. At least that's what they call it.
And in
so
TNA or whatever, he was good.
Yeah, AEW, he won one of their titles. In WCW, I think he was decent. So,
Yeah.
like, he has, like, a decent resume.
Yeah, so it's like
And the Rhodes. Like,
other than
Rhodes
him, it's like other than him being like made off as a joke, he's actually a talented wrestler.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to get in the Hall of Fame. But Cody, like, he just needs to be original. And like I said, I can see him being a heel. Like, a good heel. Because they could do what they didn't do with Cena. When Cena was starting to get fans to start booing him, they stayed the course, like in 2012, kept him a face. If they turned him heel back then, they could have unlocked a whole new layer. But they can do that with Cody. And I guarantee you, Cody would love being a heel because I couldn't imagine being a baby face unless the money's that good, like with merch and shit. Which Cody, I'm sorry, his merch is dog shit.
Yeah,
You have to be a little ass toddler to buy that shit, like
I'm
that
sure.
stupid skull.
Yeah, I'm sure if Triple H came up to Cody and said, "Hey, Cody, we want you to be a heel," Cody would say, "Yes, sir. I'm happy to do so."
And he should be. And if he says no, then all right, you're not that.
And it's like, all right, then go back to AEW.
And Drew McIntyre is going to be our guy. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's like,
which I like Drew with the belt so far. I think it's.
I like Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, and I'm glad he squashed Sami Zayn, bro. Fuck Sami.
Facts. You know, this may be kind of a weird comparison because they wrestle a little bit different, but similar kind of moveset. Drew McIntyre is sort of like Sheamus a little bit.
Oh no, they kind of the physical,
tall.
But they can still work. Not like Gunther, like they can still.
Tall guy from overseas. Tall guy from overseas kicks people in the face.
Can take a blow.
Kicks people in the face. Is just a big, strong guy.
Him and Sheamus had banger matches too.
They did. That's another underrated wrestler from our generation, Sheamus.
Bro, he won.
Shout out Sheamus.
Belts.
He did.
He'll win the IC belt this year. He'll be a Grand Slam champ. I think he'll win the IC belt before.
Sheamus deserves to be a Grand Slam champ.
And if Triple H doesn't do that, then I don't know, bro.
Like, Sheamus deserves it.
And did you hear the chants in the press conference? The fans, and even Saudi, the most brainwashed seals, like, they will do anything the company says. We're chanting, "We want Vince."
Yeah.
And I know that shit pissed Triple H off.
Watch.
We want Vince. We want Vince.
Could you imagine? Crazy on Raw, like Vince comes out, relieves Triple H of his duties again. He's back.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I wish that
bring
happened.
back Shane McMahon. He can't do worse at this point.
He'd probably do better than he'd probably listen to
bring
the
back
fans.
Stephanie. At least let Stephanie run the show. She at least had decent shit sometimes.
The only way I could see Triple H saving this is if he just became a heel GM again.
And like when he was the COO.
Yeah, and added some good like stories. But like the two GMs they have are just two like fucking idiots.
Yeah, Adam Pearce, fucking dumbass.
Worst GM of all time.
It's like we need people like Bischoff and Teddy Long back.
Who had a good character that the fans would be like, we want to see this guy do this.
No,
or
even
that.
John Laurinaitis, they hated that sack of shit.
But you tuned in because you're like, he's one of the characters on the show.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Vince, remember Vince when he was Attitude Era? Some people say that he was one of the most important characters in the Attitude Era.
He was.
And
forget. He won a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I rewatched that Rumble a few weeks ago.
Vince won a Royal Rumble.
That was a good Rumble.
Imagine having the balls to be like, you own the company, you run the show, you put yourself in the Rumble, and not only do you put yourself in the Rumble, you fucking win.
I might watch that after the show, bro. Yeah, like, that was a great Rumble. And then
not only do you win, you go on to win a belt, a major belt.
He won the WWE title.
He did.
Yeah, dude, I wish wrestling was that good still.
Vince still, when your freaking CEO can come in the Rumble and win.
And then have a match with Stone Cold for the
belt.
And
then win the belt.
Yeah, nowadays, Adam Pearce walked in the Rumble, he'd get his ass thrown out in 2 seconds.
He'd get speared like freaking Speed from Braun Breaker.
There's no celebrities this year in the Rumble. I thought there definitely would be like a Mr. Beast.
But it's Saudi, though.
Yeah,
like you said, nobody's flying 12 hours to Saudi to be in there for 2 minutes when Mr. Beast can stay here and make twice as much money in a day.
That is a good point. Bro, Saudis just has the worst shows. For WrestleMania, they better not phone it in, bro.
Yeah, facts.
I want to see Bad Bunny wrestle again, bro. I want to see, like, not Jelly Roll, that fat melting hippo. I don't want
Did
to
you
see
see him
him.
at the Grammys though? Jelly Roll's lost a lot of weight. He looks good.
He has, but, like, he's still not a wrestler. He's, like, kind of skinny fat, where he has all that loose skin.
Yeah. I mean, he's not a wrestler by any means.
Giannis traded to the... Stop lying, bro. Even if he was traded, I'm like, that's not going to do anything. The Suns are still not going to win this year.
Yeah, but at least, hey, at least you got D-Book to hold on to. He's still balling.
Yeah, D-Book.
I said it for years when I was in high school.
Larry Fitzgerald
The fact that D-Book's only a 5-time All-Star is crazy to me. This guy should be at least a 7 or 8-time All-Star. There was like 2 or 3 seasons where this guy wasn't an All-Star.
I'm going to go look real quick.
Jaden's trolling. Jaden, A1 troll. I didn't get a Shams notification, Jaden.
Yeah, I hate you, Jaden. Actually, fuck off. That's crazy. Why did I look? I literally load my page and the first thing I see is fucking Los and his dad, a Los and dad clip on Instagram.
What's wrong with that though?
Nothing, but I'm like expecting to see a blockbuster trade.
Yeah, I
would.
would.
Los and his dad.
Did I get a
reacting
freaking
to
Shams
AI
notification? No, I didn't get a Shams notification. But instead, Isaac opens his app to a freaking Los and Wad GeoGuessr video.
I was like, all right, come on now. I was like,
I mean, normally,
Not
there's
even a
nothing wrong with that,
basketball
really.
fucking thing.
There's nothing bad
Nothing
about
wrong
that.
with it, but-
I won't take.
And then I scroll and I see Skip Bayless. He calls like the Mavs and Wizards dumb and dumber for that fucking AD trade.
Yeah, I won't. I'm not going to say like, I'm not going to be. I won't tolerate any Wad slander over here.
No, yeah, you can't hate on Wad.
Wad's a goat.
Yeah,
He makes Los's videos 10 times funnier.
Unfortunately, he does. Like, I like Los, but like his videos
But
are
like, they're so much more funny when Wad's in there.
No,
That's Spearmint Rhino Strip Club. I know that place. I've been in that place.
Johnson for Salvas.
Yeah, Draymond. Oh, I wanted to ask you about that too. Like back to the trade talk really quick.
No, Salvas, he can't come on the show. All right,
Draymond said he was open to be traded because he's been playing like shit.
He may be open to be traded, but all these other teams are closed when it comes to fucking taking him.
Yeah, he'll wind up on the freaking Hornets.
Just buy him out. Just let him watch. Just let him podcast. Let him run his mouth.
Yeah. And the sad thing is this guy's going to be a Hall of Famer.
I mean, I think he should. I think he should be, just because he did play a big role on teams that won 4 rings. But like, he's just, I don't know.
And like, he also did win a Defensive Player of the Year.
I think he won it twice too. So I feel like that those two, and he was an All-Star a few times. So I'm not one of those guys that hate him. Well, I do hate him, but I'm not gonna be one of those idiots that's like, oh, this guy's not a Hall of Fame, because I mean, he played a pivotal role.
Like I think he should be I think he will be a Hall of Famer just based on his accolades. But I am also it's a shoulda, coulda, woulda situation. But I really feel like if he wasn't on the Warriors his whole career and when they started to be good, we wouldn't have ever thought of this guy as like anything better than a role player.
But to that point, we can't fault him for getting drafted there and doing his job.
True, it's not his fault.
And if he did go to a team, he'd probably try to go to the Lakers, which I think would be stupid.
But it's like, as much as I hate Draymond as an asshole, like he's a dick, don't like him.
We might see him in Washington.
He certainly helped the Warriors win championships, and he was
a pivotal role.
He was like their Rodman, sort of.
Yeah, he did.
But he could score better than Rodman.
Easily. But then at the same time, with the whole score better than Rodman, it's a different era.
Exactly.
So Rodman probably would have scored better if he came up in this era too.
Yeah, because he would have came up in this era where, guys like him could also score. Like Rodman back then, his job was to just block shots and rebound.
Yeah, but I don't know. Rodman, I just think almost every guy in almost every era, I mean, maybe minus like the first ever era of the 50s.
But like Rodman was athletic.
Yeah, I just think every guy in almost every era that was good would still be good in another era. Yeah, minus like maybe the Stone Age with like the 1950s guys dribbling
guys like Kevin Johnson would be good now.
Yeah, even guys like Bill Laimbeer would have been better now because he was
Mitch Richmond.
Mitch Richmond would be good.
Like Vitas Sabonis, I think would still be decent now.
He'd be like Jokic. He'd probably be better now.
Yeah. Other guys,
Vlad Divac would have been decent role. He would have been like a Vucevic.
Mark Price still would have been good because he could shoot it.
Jaden Esposito would have been like a decent guy to have out the bench to hit a couple threes.
For sure. Tony Kukoc.
Yeah, Tony Kukoc. Steve Kerr, his son. But yeah.
His son, head coach of the Santa Cruz Warriors, actually.
Yeah, the team that cut me. No, but yeah, honestly, the trades are. If this is 2016. The fucking world would be shaking right now. AD and Harden traded.
Yeah,
I still think they're. I think the Cavs one is a decent risk. I think it's a decent risk. Wizards one is like literally what Skip said, dumb and dumber.
but it's like at least with the Cavs they gave up like Garland.
Yeah, and you can't say they're not trying. They kept Mitchell. That's a big thing.
They at least got got Harden. You can have Harden, you can have a pardon, you can get a garden. Lakers in 5. But you could like you said, it's a calculated risk because Harden still, when he's healthy, is still a good player. When he's not fat, and he's still a good player. And it's like,
good player.
At least you just got rid of Garland, and you didn't trade like Mobley and Garland, and some shit like that.
That would have been
and you still have Mobley too. And I actually think Mobley's good.
I hate this thing.
And I actually think Evan Mobley's a good player.
So do I. I think he's a bigger piece to the puzzle than Garland was when it comes to a ring, just because you need a big to hold it down.
And they got D-Mitch.
So. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have a squad. Speaking of holding it down, Salvas, it's about that time. 3 hot takes to close out the emergency show.
Okay, number 1. There will be a blockbuster trade involving Giannis by the trade deadline.
Okay, that's a good one.
LA Knight wins the Elimination Chamber.
Okay, I am really a big fan of that one.
And Lonzo goes to the Lakers.
Okay, that's a definitely hot. Everyone thinks Charlotte. All right, let me rattle mine real quick.
Charlotte is a possibility too.
Yeah. Number 1, Finn Balor gets added to the Roman Reigns and CM Punk world title match at WrestleMania.
Interesting.
Number 2, John Morant's dumbass gets traded to Phoenix. And a trade that shocks everyone, including fucking Devin Booker.
And Devin Booker gets traded to Memphis.
I hope not. And number 3, the Lakers make a good move in the trade deadline that isn't Draymond Green. I don't know who it's going to be, but I just have a feeling they'll try to pull something.
Oh, yeah, and on a side note, really quick to end it, can we get this fucking bum DeAndre Ayton off the team? This guy stinks.
Well, at least you guys signed him for a bag of chips.
Like, he was good to start the year. Like, he was doing what we needed him to do. Scoring, 10, 12 points a game, hauling in some rebounds, blocking a few shots.
Bro.
This guy wasn't doing nothing. He had a couple good moves last night. Put the ball in the hoop a couple times, grabbed a few rebounds. But it's like, this guy's not the center that's going to take you to a championship and carry you over the top.
Yeah, I agree with that. At least you signed him cheap, though. That's a one positive.
He's still having a decent season, but it's like he doesn't really fit with the Lakers.
No.
Like I had hoped he would.
He does not, and hopefully he does. And Salvas, I think this is episode 11 or 12 of Salvas Knows Sports Emergency Meeting.
Austin 316
says, I just whooped your ass. No, but thank you guys for watching. It was a fun show, a quick emergency show.
Needed to happen.
Needed to happen. And yeah, video will be on YouTube before probably Friday. So you guys could send that out if you like it. Send it to Spotify if you want. And yeah,
it was to your friends.
Yeah, your friends, your foes, your Uncle Joe's. No, but thank you guys for listening. It's been an awesome episode.